When I look at this case through an equity lens, I see that many students and teachers are not getting the support that they need, unfortunately. The situation shows how several issues can happen at the same time. And when that happens, some groups just end up being pushed aside without anyone meaning to do that because nobody meant it. For example, the special education students are not getting strong inclusion support. Hispanic families are feeling blamed for the low math scores. There was even a student who is being bullied for being gay, and he does not feel safe talking to adults on campus, which is very sad. When all of these concerns show up together, it tells me that the school climate is not fair and or welcoming for everyone. As I think about what a strong principal would do, I know that it starts with paying attention to who is being left out. A leader has to look closely at patterns, not just at individual problems. One way to do that is to gather all the clear information about student groups and how they are doing. This helps the principal see where the gaps are instead of relying on assumptions or emotions. Once those patterns are clear, then it becomes easier to plan meaningful changes. Another part of seeing things through an equity lens is understanding the different cultures and experiences that students that they all bring to the school. The parent who shared concerns about the comments toward Hispanic students, we can tell that he is clearly feeling hurt. And I would too in his case, right? So in this particular case, I feel that the principal needs to take that seriously and talk with teachers and students about how harmful comments can affect learning, and most importantly, trust. At the same time, the principal has to think about the student who is being bullied for being gay, in a sense, right? The student needs a safe adult who listens and who takes action, not someone who just brushes him off and, this is not a problem. This is a moment where the principal needs to show that every student matters, no matter what. Equity also means supporting teachers who work closely with the special education students. The inclusion teachers cannot do their job if they do not get lesson plans ahead of time, like in this case that we saw. The principal needs to fix that because it directly affects how well these students with disabilities learn and participate. At the same time, we also have the math teacher. This math teacher is struggling with classroom management, needs real coaching, and most importantly, support. This shows fairness because it helps teachers grow rather than feel like they're being left out on their own. And no teacher should feel like they're alone, like there's no help, because that's what a principal should be there for, to help them, to coach them, to guide them. When I take a step back and I look at this entire picture, I see that using the equity lens helps the principal notice the deeper issues that affect teaching, that affect the learning, and the school climate. And school climate is very important. We need a positive school climate where everybody feels safe, where everybody feels that they're given opportunities as everybody else. It encourages long-term solutions instead of just quick fixes. But most of all, it helps the principal make decisions that show all students and families are valued and they all are supported. This is what builds trust and what creates a stronger school community. And, we can never go wrong with having a very strong school community.